right? And you get a bunch of damage. So we'll see how this matchup plays out here. Jen, one of the best to do it in this tri-state area, so we'll see if you can bring it home here.
And Jen, also a former top Area 51 PGR player.
Yes.
In the first rendition of the PGRU, but they are exceptionally good at edge guarding and at juggling, and those are two things that Samus tends to struggle with.
All right, here's the down tilt. I'm gonna get this ledge trap started here already. Jen starting things off with a bunch of damage here.
Yeah, having IcyMist pinned into the corner is a big deal, because if Samus can't ledge trap you, they can't do their fundamental game plan. And if you catch them off stage, there's a lot of ability to do so. And Jen likes to hold off from those explosive flames until your opponent is well conditioned to not expect them. That's something I realized when we played a couple months ago, and he is still exceptionally good at that conditioning off stage.
Ooh, look at this ledge trap. He almost gets the boosted forward tilt there. I just love, I mean, obviously, Samus, you're able to set up so many different types of traps, right?
Right.
So Jen getting back on stage here, tries to get the up air, but IcyMist is surviving.
Yeah, you know, we talked a little bit about the accomplishments of Jen, but, I mean, IcyMist had a very exceptional performance at SmashCon Fall Fest this year, beating ESAM, and just barely not qualifying for top 8 there. But, you know, proving to be one of the more dominant Samus mains in the scene today. But that's not enough for Jen, one of the last holdouts of the Palutena fan base. But tit for tat, that back air's going to connect.
Yeah, and that is very good for IcyMist right there. Jen had all the momentum coming up onto that first stock, but I feel like IcyMist had the resilience, stayed alive, and was able to make things even, falling off that angel platform and sinking that back air.
That's the great part about Samus as a character. She is very good at capitalizing on a lot of your character's weaknesses, as well as exploiting your strengths too. Because a lot of people think of Palutena as a rushdown character with a lot of scary lingering hitboxes. But those lingering hitboxes actually work to Palutena's detriment in this matchup because of the even better lingering charge shot.
Yeah, and I feel like some of the viewers might be, oh, get off of me!
Downer out of hit stun. Catching Jen, coming up for more. And now IcyMist with a dominant lead.
Who's edge guarding who? I gotta ask.
That's the best reversal I've seen in a long time, Charles.
All right, so that is one explosive way to go ahead and get that second stock. And you see IcyMist using like some of these half charge or very like small charge shots, right? And it's because you can combo off of them. DIing in is actually going to save IcyMist, but the follow-up back air, Jen is playing.
You cannot defend against that back air. That is one of the most devastating things about it. All you can do is air dodge, because you can't speed it with an aerial. That buckler shield provides Palutena with a lot of safety. It's really good at catching aerials and very good at catching landings, like that dash attack is as well. There's a reflector going to come out for the first time this set. Going to beat a super missile out. Jen at a very high percent right now. See, there it is. There's a charge shot beating out those projectiles, Charles.
Ooh, man, and if that was a hard hit of dash attack, that could have been it on cross-up DI. But Jen is surviving so much pressure in the corner.
Yes, such good mix there. Dash dancing back and forth there. Turn around, go for the charge shot. And man, those middle league charges are so fast.
As you can see.
Oh, yeah. Is that Pittsburgh? PA coming out in full force, holding up the signs in support of our favorite Pennsylvania player who is on screen right now.
Yeah, so definitely not Surfing Ned, but we got IcyMist and Jen. Oh, we're going to get that changed real quick. But yeah, what an explosive game number one. So it is 1-0 in IcyMist's favor here.
And, well, Jen, really good at coming out of deficits with a head full of steam. Already has 67% unanswered, looking for more. Dash attack to catch the landing. That dash attack is so good at catching landing, Charles, because, again, that shield is so good at snuffing out every kind of landing option.
Yeah, any move that Palutena uses her shield, she actually has, like, some priority properties, you know what I'm saying? So if you go ahead and try to do a move, it'll actually just cancel your move out and go ahead and trample over it. Dash attack and back air being the two main moves, but
oh yes, trying to sink that back air. Strong hit back air on Samus is one of the most devastating aerials in the whole game. I think it might actually be one of the strongest too. It rivals Wolf's back air as a whole.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we've seen Jen kind of start things off really strong here, and IcyMist is able to slowly shift the momentum back in her favor. So really good stuff to IcyMist. Even though Jen is able to usually start off these games really strong here, IcyMist kind of just falls her way back into the game.
Yeah, no matter what. I mean, give a Samus any bit of momentum, and they can take it a long way. And, man, they are so good at putting a mental cap on a lot of people because you got to watch out for so many options constantly. Good read roll, or roll read by IcyMist. Getting the grab, up throw. But now Jen is in the building, and there's a down throw back air, the classic bread and butter. It is an even game again, Charles.
Yeah, and this is exciting. Like, whenever you see this, like, top-class, top-level Samus gameplay, right, it's something you don't see that often. So when you see IcyMist and players just really come out and do it with this character, it's so interesting to watch.
Man, and these grounded options are proving to be a lot for Jen to handle, too. That down tilt actually ended up beating out that forward air. It's a big hitbox that comes out really fast. I'm surprised it didn't trade, but that's just really good fortune from IcyMist. And man, they're so good at keeping Jen in the corner and reading whatever they try to do to desperately get back on stage.
And even, we saw in the first stock, Samus does have a slower grab, but it is a tether, it's got the range, and it can KO. That's the main thing you've got to watch out for. That move did get buffed quite some time ago. So, you know, any zoner that has a KO throw and a KO dash attack, that's when things get interesting because it's like, am I going to throw out my zoning tool, or am I coming in with the dash attack, or am I going to come in with the dash grab?
And talk about a 30 damage neutral beat that comes out wicked fast and combos into your grab. This character, when played by the right person, is incrementally strong.
Yeah. And it's crazy because, you know, there's a bunch of other strong zoners in this game, but I feel like Samus is starting to really, like, appear a lot higher on a bunch of people's tier lists, and just generally the character's being thought of higher just because the results are there, right?
Exactly. They're starting to come up, too. I mean, Quick finally starting to travel again. And that up tilt at the ledge. No bombs required. IcyMist goes up 2-0 in the set count, Charles.
Yeah, what a set. I got to shout out IcyMist on the ledge trapping that game number 2. It was phenomenal. Every time Jen was on the ledge, it just didn't felt like he had an answer. And there was so much damage, so many KOs, back-to-back ledge trap there for the damage into the KO up to 2 stock. 2-0 lead for IcyMist.
It's generally a good rule of thumb, Charles, whenever you're recovering to... Also, yeah, that spike was just rude. But it's a good rule of thumb that if you're getting back on stage and one of your options gets punished, go for another option.
Yeah.
But IcyMist was covering literally everything Jen went for. From a roll read, it was a down smash. From a jump read, it was an up tilt, and so on and so forth with that charge shot, able to cover the majority of what Jen is trying to do here.
And I really want to point out the positioning IcyMist is going for in neutral. Utilizing these platforms on PS2 as almost like a ceiling, right? You can't do an aerial and fall through a platform. So because of that, you know, you just really force the avenue of approach to be horizontal, or you try to go up and over the platform. But that leaves IcyMist to open up, like, up the anti-airs, right?
Right. But on top of everything, shield dropping is not a factor in Smash Ultimate anymore.
Yeah.
It's actually not in the meta. And it's so hard to get off a platform, especially against Samus, who's so good at reading bumps in general, putting out multi-hit aerials. But that down air is the size of the city of Miami.
And how many reversal downers have we seen IcyMist go for? I love it. It almost just sends a message. You cannot push your advantage state. You cannot go for these frame traps against me. I will fight back, and I will take the stock in doing so.
I noted before the set that Jen is notoriously good at edge guarding. Palutena is a character that allows you to do that in a big way too. But man, IcyMist is so good at making that a non-factor in this matchup.
Oh, tries to go for the downer, not going for the back air there. This could be big.
I'm surprised. Trying to go for a spike of their own to get a little bit of momentum back. Jen kind of shutting down a little bit.
Going for the charge, yeah, and look at how much options that cover. You know, the half charge charge shot is something that we've seen IcyMist kind of lean towards. We haven't really been seeing the charge shot used for KOs. I think there's one stock taken with a charge shot, but for the most part, it's mainly to just cover multiple options and follow up from, right?
Yeah, definitely. So there's a teleport to get back on stage. We're nearing the witching hour in terms of the percentages down air. Nice DI in mix-up, but an air dodge is going to be read by Jen, getting an up air. New York coming alive to cheer on their homie. But IcyMist has a fresh stock compared to Jen's battered, bloodied, and beaten one.
Yeah, and I don't know how much cheering can help this reverse 3-0 become a reality, but right now, IcyMist is locking down this lead and securing it. Last stock could be the tournament stock here for Jen.
We keep talking about those burst options on the ground with that dash attack from Palutena, but man, the dash attack from Samus is just even more brutal. Really good at killing, has multiple hitboxes for good mix-ups, and it is just so good at catching landings too. Almost as good as Palutena's, but man, it kills too, and that's the devastating part of it.
Okay, here's the back throw here. Maybe get something started here for Jen. Does not snipe that double jump with the neutral B. Does get a back air, maybe set up for another back air follow, but it can be really hard. When Samus goes for that down B, you can change up your momentum so much, right? It can be really tricky to follow.
Yeah, it doubles your airspeed, but there's the back air. Not going to kill, surprisingly. Amazing DI from IcyMist, and an up air to get back to ledge to cover them because they knew Jen was going to go for doubles on that extra edge guard.
Okay, does go up and over the dash attack, and look who didn't take that much damage. Only 25% here on the Jen. Here's the starter, but no, the Nair doesn't fully connect.
They're baiting out uppies now, though, is Jen. I'm starting to like this. If you can make a Samus scared enough to do those panic options, it can be quite costly for them. But you got to bait it out. You got to not get caught in. You got to not be too close to their shield, because right now, one of those uppies was able to net IcyMist a whole lot of damage afterwards.
Okay, Jen figuring out like, hey, all right, you want to fight back in disadvantage. I got the parries on deck. There's no double jump here on Jen. Forces the air dodge. Goes for the spike. Does not connect. Oh, my goodness.
It was about to, man. A couple frames earlier on that downer, and that was going to be it. IcyMist, though. F tilt out of the corner, going for a Zair, going for a mix-up. Tried to read the spot dodge with a Nair. I saw Quick employing that when these two played earlier. It's so cool to see IcyMist employing that earlier thing that she learned now from one of the best in the industry.
Okay, the jabs.
These jabs are so good. The close quarters game, another thing she might have acquired from Quick.
Yeah, this is Jen's last stand here. Gets the falling fair. Tries to go for the explosive flame. Forward tilt not in range for the punish. Waits out the air dodge, but doesn't pull the trigger.
New York trying to desperately cheer on their homie. Up air. Is it going to do it? No. Good DI from Jen. Will they survive the ledge trap? They do. They're back in center. They hit a Nair. Dash attack. So much damage going on. The crowd is electric right now. Back air. No jump for IcyMist.
The stall with the down Bs. Look at this. IcyMist is going to catch it.
Curtains.
Dang, Samus kind of flexing on him with the up throw at the end. We are gaming.
Let's go, Sauce. I love that guy wearing his ramen noodle shirt. Shout out to my boy Sauce.
Man.
But man, IcyMist carrying the Samus community to victory against a matchup that a lot of them think is impossible. Look at the pop-off immediately upon getting that grab. Man, that grab buff coming in the Byleth patch has been so big for Samus as a whole. And I think that single-handedly might have buffed her up a couple tiers. And man, that down smash buff, a whole lot of stuff. Finally having an ability to be showcased here in the offline meta. You know, you might think she's a Wi-Fi character, but offline, she got some stuff too.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, Samus is such a deadly character when it's like the nerves are on. Both of you guys are at kill percentage, right? Like, you know,